So today I have what I'm going to start calling is my of the minute routines. It's hard for me to put together like specific skincare routines or like hair care routines or whatever because my products are always changing. So I thought that I could do something that's sort of like of the minute, like what I use specifically today. Because I do, like I said, I rotate through a lot of different stuff. I'm testing stuff, I try new things, so I thought that every once in a while I could do these sort of like of the minute type of routine reviews where I would go through the stuff I used, like for instance, what I used in my daytime skincare routine this morning, what I used in my nighttime skincare routine last night, hair care, body care, that kind of thing. So, and I'm going to film a couple of these today. The one that I'm going to show you right now is my daytime skincare routine, or my of the minute daytime routine, what I did this morning. So having said that, my daytime skincare routine is actually what changes the least out of all the other things that I do, because I find that the products that I'm working with right now, I am trying to get through some specific stuff so I can start some more, but I really like the products that I've been using, and most of them will not be unfamiliar to you. I've talked about them before. So let's go ahead and get started. So, and I'm going to go in the order of the things that I use them in. So I'm going to start with the first thing that I do in the morning. My morning routine is the most inconsistent because I don't always do it in the morning. Sometimes it happens like mid-afternoon. I'm lucky enough to get to work from home, so sometimes I don't shower until 1 or 5. Today I showered decently early, but I had a 7 o'clock meeting this morning, so I was up at the crack of dawn. It was ridiculous. So to start my morning skincare routine, it happens in the shower, and I only do one thing in the shower, and this should be of no surprise to anybody, but I use the Salus skincare scrub in the shower. This is the lavender and jasmine scent. It's the one that I used this morning. I like to put this on usually about after I've put in my conditioner, because by the time I put in my conditioner I'm ready to like shave my legs, and that takes me a few minutes. So I like to put this on after I've already rinsed out my shampoo, because I wouldn't want my shampoo to rinse off my scrub. I'll put in the conditioner and then I'll put the scrub on and leave it on for about 10 minutes. I don't have like a timer. I just sort of calculate in my head what I think 10 minutes is, and then I rinse it off once all of the salt is dissolved and my face is nice and oily. So this is the first thing that I use in my daytime skincare routine, and it's the Salus scrub. I did just do a review of this. I posted it on Monday, and I do have a giveaway going for the rest of the weekend. I'm gonna pick a winner on Monday, so if you haven't watched that and you haven't entered the giveaway yet, please do, because I would love for you guys to try this. I also have a coupon code over there if you are wanting to try it, because I do highly recommend it. I've been using it every single day for like the last year. It's made such a tremendous difference to my skin, and I just cannot be without this stuff. So once I get out of the shower, I'll, you know, do some other stuff. I'll brush my teeth and I'll put on deodorant and whatever. But after that, so before I put on my spot treatments, I'll spray my face with a couple of different toners. One that I'm using right now is actually a sample. I put it in here, but it's actually a sample from Fit Glow Beauty that I've been using, and this is their C toning mist. And it came in just like this like half-ounce little bottle, so I deposited it in here because I do like spray toners better. And I've been really liking this so far. Like, I'm almost done with my little sample, but I have been really liking this mist. It's made with aloe, kelp, blue algae, willow bark, lavender, chamomile, dead sea salt, and citric acid. I do like the scrub. I like skincare with salt in it because I feel like it does make a difference in my skin, and it really helps heal it faster. So I do like this. I will be talking about Fit Glow more in a later video, but this is one of the things that I've been trying out that I've actually been really liking. And then on top of this, I'll actually spray a couple of mists of the George's Aloe, because I like to get my face like really nice and saturated before I put on any other serums or spot treatments or anything like that. I'll spray my face down with George's Aloe to get ready for my blemish treatments. I do use oil-based blemish treatments, so I find that sometimes I need a little bit of like a moisture barrier in between. So I always spray my face with George's Aloe after I've done the scrub, I've been out of the shower, and before I put on any other treatments. I just like to give my face just like a coating of aloe, and it seems to help with any sensitivity or like redness that I've got going on, and it's just, I use this at least twice a day. It's just a good thing for me to have of all times of the day. So like I said, I use oil-based spot treatments, and so once the aloe dries and my skin is dry, I'll do the spot treatments. Right now I'm using the Osmia Organic spot treatment. It's like the tiniest thing ever, and I've already used half this bottle. I've been trying to conserve it because there's such a little bit in here, but I have such heavy breakouts, it's kind of hard to not use a lot. So I do really like this spot treatment. I think it's really effective. I just wish it came in I wish it came in like this size. This is the MeowMeowTweet spot serum. I wish it came in this size container. Like, can we work on that, Osmia, please? But I do really like this. This works really well. It's got primrose oil, evening primrose oil, and then it has essential oils of lavender, cajeput, lemon, parsley, thyme, cypress, and rosemary. So I do really think that those things are very effective, especially for my acne, which is hormonal. It can get cystic. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So I like to use this one on like my really, really big breakouts. I break out all over my face, but I like to use this one on the ones that are really bad. And then I like to use the MeowMeowTweet spot serum on sort of like the rest of my face, like my more minimal breakouts, like ones where it's like a cluster, you know. When you've got skin that's like bad all over, you know what I mean. So I use these two different spot serums. Like, I've got one on my cheek right here that I use this one on, but then I use this sort of like in the rest of the areas of my face. So these are the two spot treatments that I use after the George's Aloe. So then once those dry, which usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes depending on, I guess, moisture content in the air, I don't know. I will go in with my Previse Skincare Nutrify Tonic. I got this in one of the, I think it was the second Beauty Heroes box I ever received, and this has become such a favorite skincare item of mine. I use it every single morning. I was using it twice a day in the beginning, but then I found that I didn't really need to use it twice a day. Once a day was enough. So I'll take 6 drops of this. I'm trying to show you how much I've used. I'm actually like down to here. I need to order a new one. But I use 6 drops of this, rub it all over my face. And this is an oil-free tonic infused with antioxidant-rich daisy flower extract and hyaluronic acid to help lighten and brighten skin. And I was using a vitamin C serum before this, but I find that this works better for my skin. Plus, it's way more natural than the other thing that I was using. So this is an essential step in my skincare, and I use this every single morning. If you're looking for maybe like a natural vitamin C serum or something in replacement of a vitamin C serum, I would look into this, because this is a really great skincare item. And not only does it help lighten skin, but I feel like it's helped the texture of my skin not be so rough and bumpy. So I use that, and then I go over it with the Previse Skincare Defend. This is the step 3. It's the serum that goes, it's the serum that came with the tonic in the Beauty Heroes box, and I really like this as well. It says this says its pre-sun solution helps to prevent skin damage from sun exposure while aiding in the protection of skin cells, collagen density, and elasticity over time. I don't know necessarily what this has done for my skin. Like this, I noticed a difference and I can tell what it's doing. This specifically, I'm not sure I know exactly what it's doing. But I do use it on the days that I'm like going outside or I'm putting on sunscreen or something, because since it's a pre-sun solution, it helps to, I guess, maybe have like an extra barrier of sun protection. It doesn't have any sunscreen in it, so it's not like a sunscreen. But I guess maybe the ingredients in it are supposed to help with maybe the damage the sun does to your skin. But I like it. It absorbs really quickly and it smells really good. It smells like lavender. And it makes my skin really soft. So I do really like it as a serum, but I just don't know necessarily what it's doing for my skin. I'm gonna have to do some more research on this to figure out if it's something that I'm gonna repurchase, but this I know I'm going to repurchase, because this I can tell a difference in my skin. So, and then I do one more sort of like serum-y thing before I let my skin dry again. I like layers. I like to put layers on my skin and then let them sort of like set in between before I do anything else. The next thing I'll use is the Kahina Giving Beauty Eye Serum. This was also in a past Beauty Heroes box. I really, really, really like this eye serum. I was sort of skeptical about it. I mean, it's $78 retail price. I had heard a couple of things from people that said they weren't sure how it worked for them. They didn't really think it did anything. So I didn't really go into using this with a lot of expectations. I was sort of just expecting to use it and not really notice a difference, but I have noticed a significant difference in my eye area since starting to use this. It took a couple of weeks for the ingredients to really start penetrating, and at first I was using this again 2 times a day. I'm not any longer because I'm using something else at night. So I do still use this every single morning, and I have been since I got it. I really feel like it's brightened the area around my eyes, and it's helped with like the wrinkles that you get sort of like in this area, like the crow's feet, I guess. I mean, I'm pushing 30 and those were starting to get more noticeable. I noticed I didn't actually use an eye cream for a long, long time. Like the better part of my 20s, I used like moisturizer and toner and cleanser, and like that was it. I didn't really think about all the rest of the skincare that was out there sort of help prevent those things from happening as you get older. I hate that it took me so long to sort of figure out that you need more as like prevention instead of like waiting till you get wrinkles to use stuff like that. So I was sort of starting to get some like unsightly lines like in this area, but I've noticed since I started using this, they've softened up like completely. Like when I smile and the I feel really weird doing this. When I smile, the lines aren't as noticeable. I mean, like, they're there. Like, obviously, they're gonna be there, but they're not as noticeable. They're a lot softer. They're not as deep. They don't, like, sometimes when your skin is dehydrated and you smile and the wrinkles sort of, like, stay there for a little bit, I've found that since using this, it doesn't do that anymore. Like, my skin, I guess maybe it's the elasticity. Like, the elasticity bounces back. Maybe that is part of this. So this one does say it helps collagen density and elasticity over time. So maybe that's part of it, too. So I definitely have noticed that this area has softened since I started using this, and at first I wasn't sure if this is something that I would repurchase because, like, I guess, again, it is expensive, but since I've noticed such a dramatic difference in my eye area, I would continue to buy this because I do notice the difference. Like, if I'd spent $78 and never noticed a thing, I would just be like, no, like, write it off. But I have sincerely noticed a significant difference in my eye area, and being older, I do need a little bit of help in some areas, like around my eyes was one. I'm really thankful that that works as well as it does. So once all of my serums, once I've layered my serums on and they've sort of set, I'll spray my face with another toner. Yes, I use a lot of stuff. One that I'm using right now that I actually really like, and I have another review coming up soon, is the Lil Fox Botanicals Moondust. This is a lavender and blue chamomile toning mist with a smoky quartz infusion. So I have been using this and I've been really liking this as well. And again, I'm going to go into more detail on this when I do my review, but I will spray my face down with this. And then once it's sort of like damp, like I spray it till it's like really wet, and then once it's sort of like damp and it's started to dry is when I'll do my oil. So this is my moisturizer. I use the Andalou Squalane oil. So this is the facial oil that I've been using. I got this in the last Petit Vour limited edition box. At first I wasn't sure how I was going to like this because I really like oils that have a lot of different skincare ingredients that have a lot of different benefits in them. I like a lot of ingredient oils, basically. I like my oils to have a lot of substance. So I wasn't really sure how a one ingredient facial oil was going to work. So I did put off using this for quite a while, but I was getting kind of tired of using the moisturizer that I was using before this. So I decided to just whip this out and give it a try. And I actually surprisingly really like this. It keeps my skin moisturized enough, but it's not greasy. And I feel like it says, so this says it's ideal for all skin types, dry, oily combination, acne prone and sensitive, which I agree with. You might need a little bit more if you're more drier, but I feel like for oily skin types even, this is a really great oil because I've got oily skin. And this is supposed to be good for things like acne scars and acne, hyperpigmentation, stuff like that. So I've been using this for the last couple of weeks. And I do feel like I've noticed a difference in my skin. It's sometimes, because I use so many products, it's hard to tell what exactly it's coming from, whether it's, you know, like my Nutrify tonic, or whether it's this, or whether it's something else. But I do feel like in combination with everything else, this is making a difference in my skin. So I do really like this oil. And I've used, I don't know, a quarter of the bottle so far, or like a fifth of the bottle so far. And I really like it. So I use about 6 drops of this. And then I press it onto damp skin, and then I spray my face again, usually with just some like rose water. So I like to saturate my face a lot. So then I just use my rose petals, rose water on top of all of that, and then once that's dry, I add one more layer, and this is sort of like makeup and skincare in one. This is my first step before my makeup, so it's sort of like the transition between skincare and makeup. But since it's got SPF in it and it's not tinted, I do still qualify it as skincare. But this is the Andalou Naturals BB Oil Control Beauty Balm with SPF 50, and again, it's untinted. So this is the sunscreen that I use. It acts as my makeup primer as well, so it's sort of like 2 products in one. I really like this. I've been using this for a long time. I like the way it smells. I love the ingredients in this. It doesn't leave a white cast on my face. It does get a little bit oily, so I do, after a few minutes, sort of like put a setting powder on top of it, and then that takes care of it. So that's really the only con I would have with this, I guess, is that it's a little bit greasy, but it can be fixed. So that's my of the moment skincare routine. So I hope that made sense and the format was something that you guys will like and enjoy. I am still going to film a couple more of these today, but I would love to get your feedback on what you think of like this series as a whole. Is this interesting and sort of like a replacement to a skincare routine? Because it's hard for me, like I said, it's hard for me to put together routines because I don't keep the same routine like day to day. Even sometimes my stuff changes. Like my skincare routine, this is pretty basic. This is what it's been. With like the exception of this, sometimes I'll switch like the toner out. But pretty much this is all the stuff I've been using for the last like 2 months consistently. But everything else, like my nighttime skincare routine changes all the time. So let me know what you think of this format. Let me know how often you'd like to see videos like these. Like I could always put together a little series once a month or like every other month, depending on how often you want to see what I'm up to in my skincare, I guess, or in hair care and body care, because I'm going to do those too. So that's everything that I've got for daytime skincare routine. I hope you like this. Let me know what you thought about the products, if you use any of these or if you're interested in any of these, and I will see you in my next video.